Greetings in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. This one is another great one, and the topic is how to fall into a vision, how to enter into a vision. Visions are pictures in the realm of the spirit. By the way, before we continue, if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe to my channel right away. Also, don't forget to like this video, comment, and share to bless others. Let's continue now. From a natural perspective or a layman perspective, a vision are things that, or images or moving pictures that show up, they play out in your mind. And these pictures can be a replay of something that's about to happen, or a replay of something that had happened in the past, or something that is about to happen, just plain. Visions are a special way of God communicating with an individual. And most of the time, the great future in front of you or ahead of you is first of all appreciated, accessed in a vision. It is when you access it in a vision that you can make it happen or expect it to happen physically. Visions are like the architect's sketch of a structure yet to be constructed. But with the sketch now, as an engineer, you can build or develop it, a property to that picture that was sketched. So vision for the future is an abstract representation of an existing future that can be walked into through working through the process that links that future. And just like an architect gives a sketch of a building and it gives the engineer the picture of the destination he is headed, and the owner of the property, when he's spending money on the engineer, he knows what he's expecting to come back with as a finished product of what the engineer is spending his money on. That gives him the motivation, or her the motivation, to spend as much as is demanded or required. Granted that the outcome is worth the expenditure. Yeah. So when we have a picture, it serves as a guide. When we have a vision, it serves as a guide. The great feats on earth were first of all accessed or appreciated in visions. These visions were appreciated by those that you see championing their cause that now bears the name of a great feat. Let me say Tesla, it was a vision. Let me say Amazon, it was a vision. Let's say Pepsi, it was a vision. Let's say Coca-Cola, it was a vision. Facebook, it was a vision. You say Google, it was a vision. Call it Apple, it was a vision. Call it Samsung, it was a vision. The apostolic movement, it was a vision. The enlightened prophetic church, it was a vision. So every great accomplishment was a vision originally. The Apostle Raymond, Idah Ministries was a vision. I wasn't here. I wasn't teaching this. But I saw the vision. I know I can do this. And if I can teach the people of God what it takes to get into some realities, spiritual realities, or mental reality, they'll get it straight. And I came up with this, and we're here. And you're watching me right now. So every feat that can be handled, accessible as a tangible feat or a concrete feat sometime later on, begins first of all as a vision. People are wired, humans are wired to be able to do and accomplish great feats on the account of the fact that they have a vision to work with. This is because we are created in the image of God. God had a picture of what he wanted the universe to look like before he started out. For instance, the Bible said when it came to the point where he wanted to create man, he said, let us make man in our own image after our likeness. That was a vision he cast before his team. I want to start from the Genesis, where vision stems up, just to give you the best picture of what I want to say in this material. Then guide you into how to personally enter into visions with ease, because that's the essence of this material. The thing we call vision happens around the mind. The mind is the seat of the spirit. speaking on intellectual notes. The mind is seated somewhere in the brain, in the cerebral hemisphere. The mind, spiritually, is a seat of the spirit. This is not far from what is called the heart, biblically. The natural mind is in a dormant stage, unagitated. As such, it becomes difficult for the spirit of the man with a dormant mind to be able to interact with the unseen realm. Pointing out here is that vision is one's ability to interact with the unseen realm appreciably by way of visualization of things that are not physically appreciable but which are spiritually existing. The dormant mind is stationary. It requires agitation for vision to be able to happen within the environment of such a mind, yes, or for vision takeoff to be able to come to be within the environment of the mind. In other words, I want to say that the mind is like an airport where your spirit lands and takes off to interact with the realm of visions. So the mind is the airport of your spirit that interact with the spirit realm to appreciate existing things or realities that we call vision when we tell the story. What you come by when a vision events is that you see things in the realm of the spirit. This is taken to be a product of meditation and hence an appreciation from an imaginary realm, but which can be articulated in terms of documentation for actualization. There are other sorts of visions that are either for someone else. So I see the vision, but it is for you. Or you see a vision, but you cannot interpret it. It will take me to see it again in the imaginary realm, and I interpret it to you, and you say, yes, I'm correct. That was exactly what you saw. Like it was with the case of Daniel when he interpreted the dreams of Nebuchadnezzar to him. This is intended. Bulk of what we call prophecies that prophetic folks see about people. When we talk about prophetic cards in codes, we are talking about glimpse or patch of a storyline, someone's life that I catch up with in the unseen realm. Then I disclose, and the person I'm prophesying to says, yeah, you're correct. These types of visions are what I refer to as dynamic visions with reference to one's overall essence, which is their purpose. So visions are meant to tell one's entire life into meaning in the end. So whether you have met with or you are going to be meeting with 1,000 prophets in series to be prophesying to you about, this one prophesies about your job, you get a job. This one prophesies about your promotion, the next one you get the promotion. The next one prophesies about your marriage, you get the marriage. The next one prophesies about how many kids you're going to be having, you have the kid. The other one you meet after later on prophesies about how many, the properties you're going to be acquiring, and you come by acquiring this property. Then you meet another prophet of God again, and this one prophesies about the next city you're going to be relocating to, and you relocate to that city. And then in that city again, another prophet you meet now tells you of the great accomplishment God is bringing your way, and all this happen. In the long run, all of the visions that form parts or links throughout your lifetime in series contribute to your whole essence as an individual. And in the end, they are channeled to your ears or to your awareness. So visions serve as guiding lights that serve to direct you towards your overall purpose or use. Yes. So there are factors that predispose you to be able to enter into visions at will, which happens to be the core concern in this material. There are about 3 of them I'll be outlining in this material. The first is